So Matty, 64 points scored, 5 points in the table. You're now up to 6th. You must be absolutely delighted with that performance.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great performance. We played well with the win in the first half, and so that was good. We knew we had to dig deep. The first kind of 15 minutes of that second half, all the boys kind of defended really well and only kind of let in that one try, which I think they probably got down a little bit, and we just kind of grew in strength, and the way that we finished the game was probably outstanding kind of rugby, and some of the best rugby we've seen probably at Scarborough, so it was great, and the boys are going to enjoy it, I think.
31-3 up at half-time, Matty. What was your message at half-time? Because I guess, will it have been more of the same, or will it have just been to sort of weather that early storm in the second half and then look to pick them off as the game progresses?
Yeah, well, obviously turning in the wind at Scarborough is always difficult, so we wanted to keep the ball, and we wanted to tie them out. We saw that they were getting tired in that kind of that end of that first half, and obviously they went to uncontested scrums, so that gave us our kind of like bigger guys a little bit more of a rest, which worked a little bit in our favour. And as we said, we kind of weathered their kind of storm that first 15 and then ran away with it at the end.
The penalty count was still a little bit high from your side. Is that something that you'll be looking to iron out in the next couple of weeks? I know the referee was very quick on penalties, and a couple of your boys were carded as well. We'll move on to you and Govia in a minute, but of course, is that something that you're going to be working on, the penalty count?
Yeah, it is. It's obviously not this week. It's probably happened loads. We're not learning from the refs at the moment, and we're not playing to kind of what each ref's kind of strengths and weaknesses are. And we're kind of fighting amongst ourselves because we think that we can kind of change the ref's mind, and unfortunately you can't. The way that he plays is the way he's going to kind of ref the game. So we need to make sure that we can iron out those kind of like little issues, because at the moment our defence is great, but we're just kind of giving guys kind of like piggybacks up the field with these kind of silly penalties that we don't really have to give.
Yeah, and midway through that second half, Euan was given a red card alongside one of the Consett players. What's sort of the plan now for that? Will you be sending the footage off to the RFU and seeing what they come back with?
No, so the RFU come back to us with it. So the ref writes his report, and then we see what's in his report, and then we have to then go to obviously a judicial and then speak about it. But the club's policy is it has to be a 3-week stand down until we kind of hear otherwise. So we'll have to kind of speak to the ref obviously once we get the opportunity, and then kind of make a decision from there. So yeah, so obviously it's unfortunate, but it's just the way that kind of rugby is and the way the ref saw the tackle. So yeah, so we have to kind of deal with it. It's out of our hands now, so we just have to kind of move on. And we're lucky we've got the strength and depth that if it needs be. Obviously, Euan's a huge kind of player for us. So yeah, so we'll make do with it when we can know more.
And you touched on the strength and depth there. 6 players in the starting 15 today who've come through the ranks here at Scarborough and played for the juniors. It must be nice for you to see, and the supporters to see so many of the younger talented players coming through and making their first team debut. Yeah,
mate, it's absolutely amazing. It's what the club's all about and what we've been building towards with the obviously the youth development kind of section. And it's great. Those guys are getting rewarded for all the hard work that they're putting in on and off the field, and to see the guys there actually really going out and enjoying themselves, it was great to see. A couple of other lads that got their first kind of start and opportunity, and then obviously Lim off the bench was great.
And of course next week we're on the travels up to Morpeth. They obviously beat Pocklington today, so you know they notoriously don't travel very well. They're strong at home. It'll be another tough game for your side, but you'll be looking to go 4 wins from 4.
Yeah, well, we've said it is obviously we've got to flush this kind of weekend and we start again, and no other kind of hard contest than going up to Morpeth and playing Morpeth. I think the last time we went up there we lost by kind of 40-50 points, and they really kind of dealt to us. So we need to make sure that we can kind of, same thing we say every week, we have to prepare well, and that starts obviously Tuesday, Thursday training. Got a 3-odd hour kind of bus trip as well, so we need to make sure that we can kind of contend with that. And make sure that we can kind of sort that kind of out, so that when we get there we're not like left lethargic or anything. So need to make sure that obviously we're ready for it, but the boys are looking forward to it, so yeah, it's going to be great.
And just finally, a word on Aaron Wilson. I know he didn't pick up man of the match today, but 4 tries for him at centre, that must have given him a huge boost of confidence. And for you, because of course Aaron can play in 2 different positions for your side, so it must be nice for him to keep going and keeping his fine form going.
Yeah, it's great. He offers us so much out in that back line, and he kind of really straightens our attack. And yeah, so we kind of butt heads and we argue a lot over obviously kind of where we see Aaron's best position. But the one thing that we do get is we get 100% from wherever Aaron kind of puts himself. And then that showed today. He played outstandingly, I thought, and probably one of the best games I think I've seen him play. Obviously unfortunate to kind of not probably pick up that man of the match.
Yeah.
But there was probably could have gone to a few lads today. I thought Will Reynard was outstanding off kickoffs. His work rate was amazing. I thought Ed Hopper for his first start was absolutely great as well. Carlos Reddy controlled the game really well too. So sort of could have gone to a lot of kind of players, but no, it's a full contact. Kind of obviously Aaron, because it's hard obviously shifting kind of positions week in week out. But he takes it as a champion, and so no, it's good.
And just finally, Matty, who wins tomorrow?
Who's playing tomorrow?
Australia or New Zealand? Can't believe you didn't even know.
No, I was thinking about the All Blacks right now, to be fair.
Who wins tomorrow, Matty?
No, so my heart's going with New Zealand, and we'll go from that pretty much from start to finish. So hopefully we can do one over the Aussies.